and welcome to another free.volous episode. So, I had a fantastic request on Instagram through that little quiz questionnaire I did, in which I was requested to do a video on my favorite products and skincare for textured skin. That is a great question, great idea, thank you. If you want to ask me stuff and if you have any requests for me to do videos, video ideas, please pop them either in the comments below or come along and talk to me on Instagram. I'm mostly there. For me, there are two kinds of texture on the skin. I'm going to eliminate conditions like acne, rosacea, psoriasis. That kind of stuff is a whole other kettle of fish I'm not equipped to talk about. And even these will be suggestions of things that have worked for me and that in theory may work for a lot of people, but they won't necessarily work for everybody. So again, our little mantra, what works for me may not work for you, and that's still fine and we can still be friends. Thank you. But there are two main kinds of texture, I'd say, that we can tackle with kind of over-the-counter skincare products, and that may help relieve sort of easily, not immediately, but have sort of a good relief. And one is irritation. That kind of texture that you get the bumps, maybe really hot skin that becomes, you know, textured. It's grainy almost. It feels sometimes itchy, as I said, really hot, sometimes sore, or even tender to the touch. It's not a great thing. That's more within irritation that can come from suddenly excess drying, maybe a very dry environment over using ACs and stuff like that, or something like contact dermatitis, so reacting negatively to a product or something that has come across, came in contact with your skin. That's irritation. The other thing would be, you know, that lack of exfoliation that makes your skin feel a bit dry to the touch, a bit, there you go, textured, porous, it lacks some glow, and that's where the other section of lack of exfoliation would enter. So let's talk about irritation first. I have several suggestions. I'm not by any means telling you to have all of this at home just because you may need it at some point, but these are some pointers and you can then mix and match according to your needs and how your skin deals with life. When your skin is extremely irritated, there's some damage to the barrier, anything like that, my first thing would be go back to the basics and withdraw any kind of actives from your routines, the vitamin C's, anything that may have a little bit of potential to irritate your skin, remove it all, the retinoids, all that jazz, the acids, exfoliating acids, that kind of stuff. And using products that you already know that your skin really likes and that never irritate your skin. And in my case, I found that these products help me kind of go back to a healthier state a bit quicker. So these for me, I can almost say that they sort of heal my skin. Healing is too heavy of a term. Maybe they soothe my skin a bit more than others. And I usually also put fragrance aside for a while, things very alcohol heavy. I go more for creams and thin textures that have a little bit of body to them, you know, nothing too volatile. So the first thing, cleansing. For me, the best... Sure. So we'll carry on with the dog, featuring the dog. So here we go. My favorite cleanser of all time for this kind, especially for this kind of situation, and even when my skin is breaking out like crazy for some reason, is the Pixi Double Cleanse. I always have a jar of this at home. This has the 2 phases of cleansing, great for the evening where you are supposed to remove your SPF. You need a bit of extra help. You have the step 1, which is the solid cleansing oil, which has that kind of solid coconut oil type of texture, but it is skin appropriate. And then you have the cleansing cream. These are fantastic formulas, the simplest in the best way possible. That's what my skin actually craves for. So that will be my first thing, cleansing your skin with something that you will know for sure will not aggravate your skin. And if you actually need, you can emulsify and wash off with just water, not needing a cleansing cloth to remove, because that can be, when your skin is irritated, is something that I don't want to do. And the Pixi Double Cleanse is particularly water friendly if you need to just emulsify with water. Next step would be a hydrating humectant mist, and I have two obvious selections from La Roche-Posay. One is Toleriane Ultra 8 Mist. I've talked a lot about this. It's a fantastic, very basic humectant. This is glycerin based in case you have a problem with hyaluronic acid. This does not have it. Most people don't have problems with hyaluronic acid, so don't freak out. You're probably fine. But despite not having hyaluronic acid, the glycerin is a fantastic humectant and it gets the job done. It's really refreshing on the skin, and on me it does not irritate me at all. I use it when I'm stepping out of the shower, if I'm not going to put on my skincare immediately and I have to do my body or something like that. I just miss this on my skin and it feels immediately calmed down. It's an all-rounder that I keep with me at all times, but when my skin is irritated, it's a great one. And then Zinc, this one is fantastic to calm down that kind of itchiness and discomfort. This one is good for that because it has the zinc sulfate. It is, in comparison, a bit more drying than the Toleriane Ultra 8 Mist. So in here, you would have different choices for different situations. Excess dryness would be Toleriane Ultra 8, Zinc for, you know, itchiness situations kind of thing. Then I would go with healing, calming again, and this, there are two, again, for different situations. This is the Atoderm SOS spray from Bioderma. I've used this last year with the Toleriane Ultra 8, the Pixi Double Cleanse, and the SPF I'm going to mention in a bit. I used this last year when my skin went berserk from contact dermatitis, from reacting to a product that my skin did not love. And this soothes the itchiness and the burning sensation really well. Although this is a spray, this is not a mist. You need to spray the product onto your hand and then pat it onto the skin. And this almost immediately gives that relief of refreshing and of, it's not minty or anything at all. But if your skin is feeling hot and itchy, this soothes that feeling very easily. The other product that I have to recommend is a bit more on the extreme dryness to prevent any friction. It's really good for masks if you have that dryness. Some people have a lot of dryness from using masks. The Uriage Barrière Cica Daily Serum. It's a bit thicker in terms of consistency and it delivers a bit more still calming and soothing ingredients, but more geared towards hydrating and keeping your skin supple in a way. So it's really good for extreme dryness. I'd say those moments of extreme dryness, even though you may not be dry as your normal skin condition. And it's really versatile. You can use it with retinoids and after acids, stuff like that. It's not just for emergencies. It's that kind of thing that you can have around, and it's a calming kind of product that you can grab for many reasons. I'd say after kind of a laser treatment, stuff like that, Cicaplast by La Roche-Posay is very reliable. I don't have the balm, I have the other one. It doesn't have a description, it only says pro-recovery skincare, and this helps your skin to heal from that kind of procedure like a laser. So that's kind of where I use it the most, and even on tattoos it works really well. But if your tattoo artist recommends a product, use that. The other two products would be, and you know, when it comes to barrier repair, which is what leads very often to irritation, ceramides. And I have several recommendations here. So let's go texture wise. The first thing would be a ceramide mist. I have mine from Dr. Jart. This is the Serum Midden mist. There's also one from Cosrx from the Comfort Ceramide range, so you can compare prices and stuff. The problem with this is that it contains fragrance, so it may be irritating for some people. For me, it's been okay, but I've only used this in situations of irritation by dryness, so extremely dry environments. This is a fantastic product to layer on my skin. Really, really good to heal dryness, and the cream from the range is equally fantastic. And to talk about it, I have the one that it's the direct competition. This is a Comfort Ceramide cream by Cosrx. So it kind is the same type of cream than Dr. Jart's Serum Midden. It also contains a bit of fragrance. It is a ceramide cream with other very soothing ingredients like centella and stuff like that. Glycerin, there you go. So it has several soothing ingredients here that are really good for the skin. And this texture is almost a whipped cream, but you know I don't like my whipped creams. But it is still very comforting and encompassing and hugging for the skin. It doesn't feel like it's going to pill, which is what I feel with most whipped type creams. And it's not heavy at the same time. So really love this. The Serum Midden by Dr. Jart is a bit more creamy. Last suggestion within the ceramide creams, CeraVe. This is super affordable comparing to the other products that I mentioned within the same range, and it contains ceramides, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. So this again helps to soothe the skin and help to repair the barrier and create a bit more of resilience within it if it can happen. Finally, within the irritation range, last but not least, would be the SPF, and this is the SVR Cicavit SPF 50 plus. This is a cream. It feels fantastic on the skin, really soothing, again really calming. It doesn't feel like you're applying something that will burn your skin. It is fragrance free. My skin gets irritated by some mineral sunscreens. I never had a problem with organic sunscreens. So but for some people, organic sunscreens give them issues. For me, that never happened, so I'm really confident in suggesting this one. It's really soothing to the skin. It is a cream. It will look a bit more glowy on the skin, but it's not profoundly heavy or anything, and it doesn't feel like it's going to create a plastic film on your skin and then pill as soon as you touch it, which is something that may happen with a lot of sunscreens. Now, let's talk about exfoliation. When your skin is a bit dry and rough, but not hurt or damaged, it's just dry and it looks a bit dull, usually it needs a bit of exfoliation. In my opinion, if you have a good routine, for me, I use retinoids very often, almost every night and stuff like that. My skin doesn't need exfoliation regularly, so keep that in mind and think that these things some of them are conceived to be used daily, but you may not need that if you are already using other products that promote the cell turnover. I've recently talked about some of my favorite products and your basic routine. I will link it. I think it's up here. Maybe I'll make a fool of myself. I think it's up here. And I mentioned some of these in that video, but let me repeat myself. For daily exfoliation, that should be really gentle, and make sure that it says in the packaging that it's meant for daily, and still start slow. Start once or twice a week and see how your skin deals with it, because although it is conceived for it's a milder formula that can be used more regularly, your skin may not like that. So it has to do with your skin, not what it says on the bottle sometimes. So, milder exfoliation instead of daily exfoliation. What do you think about that kind of terminology? I think it's a bit more appropriate and safer. So, I've talked about the Pixi Glow Tonic in that video I mentioned, which is a good option. Let's talk about two different kind of products just to spice it up. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta. These are the ultra gentle daily peel pads. This comes with the first step, which is the actual acid, and this is then something that stops the acid from deactivates the acid in a way and provides some extra skincare. These are great, super lightweight, and the texture is a liquid, so it's great for even the oilier skins. It is expensive, great for traveling though, because we will go back to traveling. The next suggestion is again a mini. I talked about this, the Paula's Choice Daily Pore Refining Treatment 2% BHA. Paula's Choice has a huge range of acid products that I really rate. This is one of them. It's just a liquid toner. You can apply this the same as with the little wipes. Just after cleansing, apply this to your skin and then go in with your skincare. And it's a fantastic product. And if you don't use it daily, religiously, a lot of it at the same time, this bottle will last you a long time. Now let's talk about a cream sort of product. I use this daily. My skin does not react to it. That doesn't mean yours won't. So keep that in mind. Start slow. Good Genes, the lactic version. I never try the glycolic. Nothing against it. It's just I love the lactic so much. I don't want. This is so expensive that I don't want to risk to buy the glycolic version, not liking it. So I stick to the lactic version. This one is. I'll have a couple of uses left and it's done. I think you can get it in Europe through Beautylish, but I'll have to check that out. Usually I get it smuggled from the US when friends of mine go there. The lactic acid from Good Genes is, I don't know what they put in this. There's no reason for my skin to love it this much, but this formula really makes my skin glow, and it's an overnight thing. I don't know, somebody should take this formula and make makeup out of it. They would make lots of money. Hey, Sunday Riley, pay me if you do that. This is an old packaging that I keep to mention the product. This is the Alpha H Beauty Sleep Power Peel. This has 0.5% retinol and then it's glycolic acid base. Fantastic, used once or twice a week. You apply it in the evening, in the morning, your skin looks amazing. All of these creams, I would use them after cleansing, apply the cream, and then if you need, go with a moisturizer. I would especially use the products that I've mentioned before, which are very calming and soothing, just to balance it out. I've never had a problem with this as long as I use it at most twice a week. They have changed the packaging ever since. I am blemish prone, I'm acne prone. I love both lactic and glycolic acid. Some people say glycolic is better for acne-prone skin, so do with that what you will. Next category would be masks. And I'd say, although I'm not really keen on using masks on a regular basis, because as I said, my skincare is pretty good at the moment, so I don't feel the need for extra stuff. I really like masking that involves some kind of texture enhancing. There you go. The first one is the Oskia Renaissance Mask. You know I love my Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. The mask is absolutely fantastic. Actually, funnily enough, this does have a scent, but I love the Oskia perfume. Actually, the buffing kind of scrub, my skin hates it and it stings and burns, so I can't use it. But the mask, oh my god, a friend of mine sent me this. She got it in a, you know, those baggies that give you sample size, and she sent me this and I was so happy. It's one of my favorite masks of all time, and I hadn't used it in years, and I absolutely adore this. It's super gentle on the skin. You don't feel any sort of tingling or anything, but you feel your skin super soft after you use it. So it is my one and done, my favorite. The last one is the Fresh Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. I know this has ferments and stuff like that in the formula. This is kind of a cream. Again, it doesn't set down, but this is not an exfoliating mask per se. You do feel a little bit of a tingling, mentholy sort of sensation when you apply it, but it doesn't smell of anything like that. My skin feels firmer and the texture feels smoother after you use it. It's not one of those that I think, oh, I apply this and I'll feel effects in the long run. This is one of those that you apply before you have a special event and stuff like that, because it gives you that firming, temporary firming and soothing effect and smoothing effect that then goes back to normal. But it's still, in terms of texture, it's a great one because your texture just goes away for a few hours. So I really enjoy this one. Again, it has a scent. I really like the smell. It's like this, it's a cream. My last recommendation is so old, some of you will roll your eyes, but I have to talk about this combination. Oskia Cleansing Gel and Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. This is a match made in heaven, and if you like physical exfoliation, this is where it's at. So the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel has really soft, gentle enzymes that slightly exfoliate your skin, but this is meant to be used as a daily cleanser, so it's really gentle. It's more gentle, I'd say, than something like the CeraVe SA cleanser that has salicylic acid. That feels a bit more drying. If you have any problem with pores and some acne, oil buildup, it's a good one to have. This one feels really comforting on the skin. It's a gel that turns into an oil, so it's that kind of thickness that I go for. I love applying this in the morning. I apply this on the face, massage it on, leave it on for a few minutes, maybe brushing my teeth. Then I remove it either with a damp washcloth or with just wash it off, but this doesn't emulsify that much. And then I go in and apply this on my wet hands, make a foam out of it, the microfoliant, and massage it onto my skin. It is a powder, it is salicylic acid based, so it's great for oil control and stuff like that and cleansing your pores. But once you apply the water, it turns into a creamy but slightly gritty paste, and you massage it onto your skin and you are physically exfoliating your skin. So you went with a very gentle enzymes first, and then you go with the daily microfoliant. Wash it off, spritz with Toleriane or something like that, and go in with your daily skincare. Your skin will be soft as a baby's bum, and I usually use these two when on my recording days because it's how my skin looks. It's best for camera. So there you go. That's my last recommendation. There would be so many more to talk about, but I had to cut it down because it is a lengthy video, and the amount of links that I have to find for each blog post, one for the international audience, the other one for the Portuguese audience, is so time consuming that I'm going to stop here. As usual, if you have endured the whole video, thank you for your support. If you did enjoy the content, please leave me a thumbs up, recommend new videos on the comments below, share with us which are your favorite texture smoothing products that you use so that I can try new things. That would be fun. And also, if you haven't, please consider subscribing. And as usual, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!